Obvious question, Eddie. Is this the capitulation selling that you've been talking about? Is this it now?
We're not there yet, Stuart. One of these days, I'm going to come on here with I believe to be really good news. But look, even as much carnage as there has been, and I know I sound like a broken record, the S&P needs to get down 20+% in our opinion, and the VIX needs to get into the 40s, and we're just not there yet. I don't think the average person actually realizes how much leverage is in this system. I mean, if you take a step back and look at last year, for example, the government sent checks to millions of people, and the stock market and crypto market turned into the wild, wild west. And there's a lot of leverage in the system. And when you deleverage, you start to see things like this happening. And this is the beginning of a deleveraging process. And it's extremely painful. And we haven't seen it in a while. And I think that's why it's caught a lot of people off guard. And they keep thinking is today the bottom. And we certainly don't think. We think it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Where do I go for protection? I just leave it in cash, whatever I've got, put it, if there's fresh money coming in, leave it in cash. Don't do anything with it. Is that what you suggest?
Look, obviously, it depends on how you're positioned. But one thing that I hear that I respectfully disagree with is people will say, well, if you have cash, it's not going to keep up with inflation. Well, it sure as hell's better than losing 30% of the money.
Exactly. Yeah.
There is a reason why there's a term that says cash is king. There are certain periods of time in history when it is better to not try to be a hero and just be patient. What will come from this for those that are prudent and have protected themselves is a buying opportunity of a lifetime. But until everyone comes on TV and says, all right, you need to get out of the market, you haven't capitulated yet. My guess is, based on client feedback, we're still one of the only ones that are continuing to say it's going to go down even further. And of course, we could be absolutely wrong. I know that. And the markets will humble you quickly. But now, having cash, there's nothing wrong with it, in our opinion.
I'll try to remember that, Eddie. I'll try to conserve the cash. Eddie Ghabour, you have been right so far, and we always appreciate that. Thanks for being with us, Eddie.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
My pleasure.